Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 26th to March 3rd. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising. We're going to jump right into it because we have a really big, rare aspect this week. Now, Virgo, first things first. How was that full moon in your sign last week? There are things that are coming to an end. There are new beginnings happening for you. You add that up with the fact that the North Node moved into Aries, your true calling, your destiny, moved into your 8th house is a big thing. 8th house is all about transformation. So you're definitely having a very transformative year, and you could have really felt something come to conclusion last week, but you could, if you didn't, you will feel it this week. And I will tell you why. And it most likely will have to do with a partnership or a relationship. This can be work. This can be love. This can be just a one-on-one partnership. We'll get to that in a second. But I want you to know that we kick off this week really on February 27th. Mars is squaring Jupiter. Now, with this aspect in particular, I really want you may feel like a big squeeze and you may feel like really optimistic about something. Just remember, with this kind of aspect, there needs to be a little bit of a compromise. So, turn that square into a triangle, right? Have a compromise here in terms of the things that you want for yourself, the things that you may be like really, really gunning for. Have one foot on the ground this time. Just with this day, there may be some things where it seems like you're going after something new, and there's some newness that you want in your life, this refresh, okay? It's coming. But for this day, I mean, it is a sense of go big or go home. All right. But have one foot on the ground. Okay. I want you to feel very motivated, but I still want you, Mars squaring Jupiter is a little bit challenging, but it is in your 9th house of spirituality. And so it could be just some belief system of yours. It could be a philosophy of yours. It also could have to do with, long distance travel, foreign cultures, or even education. Those could be big matters on this day. Now, the reason why I'm really harping on this day is because of what happens the day after. Wednesday, the 28th. This is really, really, really big, okay? Now, the Sun conjuncting Mercury. So we have a Mercury cazimi. The Sun conjuncting Saturn. We have a Saturn cazimi. Mercury conjuncting Saturn. All of this is happening in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, okay? So there is something big here. And the way that I want you to see it, because this is something that we could, talk for hours about, the way that I really want you to see it is what I said earlier, that refreshed. This is like a reset button, okay? I want you to feel this day, Wednesday, February 28th. I want you to use this in terms of communicating. You may be communicating in different ways or thinking of things in different ways. Remember, Mercury is your ruling planet. All right. So Mercury is a planet of communication. It is in Pisces. That is your 7th house. Mercury is not the only planet in Pisces. Saturn's there. The Sun is there. Neptune's there. So we have a lot of activity in your 7th house of partnerships. Relationships can be career, can be love. Like I said, it can be your, maybe even neighbor, actually, because, the moon will be in Scorpio that day. And that does rule your 3rd house. But some family energy could be here as well. But just remember, the first thing, Mercury cazimi, this is again just like this refresh and the way, like new ideas. This is you having new ideas, thinking differently about things. Okay. Now with the Saturn cazimi, you get one shot here. The Saturn cazimi, it only happens once a year. And Saturn, I talked a lot about Saturn last week because we're building up to this cazimi where it is like this, like new, this. It's such a profound aspect, okay? And Saturn is a, planet of limitations, responsibilities. You could have been feeling that this year or even some last year in terms of partnerships and relationships. Again, how does that resonate with you in terms of, is it career, is it love? But either way, there is this goal that you're after. You've been working hard toward this. Now, this is the time where you recognize it, okay? You recognize what it is that you need to reset in your life. Okay. And because this can be a hard aspect, but if you use it to your advantage, you're going to be fine. It's almost like having this really big sense of accomplishment for having this reset, for seeing things in a new way, doing things in a new way, and overcoming any hurdles that you may feel at this time, looking at your life right now and even restructuring it in a way where you're just like, I feel good about this. I feel really good about this. Okay. Because this is just really getting serious now about your, plans for your future, the ideas that you have for your future. You can really find yourself really focused now and driven to succeed as well. Remember what I said, that Saturn does reward you in the end. So with a day like this, there's so much like gravitas around it. And so again, there might be something that you might want to think about changing at this point. You may even find something changing around this time, but this is really just starting afresh. This is, tinkering with, I've been making an analogy like this is you building a time machine. Okay. You're not going to get it right on the first time. You're absolutely not going to get it right on this. You got to tinker with a couple things. And this is the day where you put the red wire with the red wire and the green wire with the green wire. And then that's what, like, okay, the time machine works. Go to the future. You're going to see yourself. Okay, Virgo, you're going to see yourself sitting there. You're like the next Beyonce, who is a Virgo, by the way. Everything, the future that you want for yourself is right there. And you're like, okay, I feel good about this. All right. So plan it. All right. Plan the future you want for yourself at this time. Now, on the 29th, leap year. Okay. So, what I forgot to mention is this is the best weekend of February, moving into March too. Now, on the 29th, which is that Thursday, Mercury will sextile Jupiter. Okay. This is again, your ruling planet. Jupiter is in Taurus in your 9th house, spirituality, your belief system. And again, education could be a big thing here. But also, long distance travel, things that have to do with like foreign cultures as well. And publishing. I talked about this last week. Now, Mercury sextiling Jupiter is so auspicious. Jupiter is a planet of good fortune, good luck, prosperity, expansion. This is a day where I want you to sign. I want you to sign. Okay? Let's turn that into a song, mantra, whatever you need. Okay? Because it is a day where, you could sign a contract. You could, have a job interview. Okay? Great day to have a job interview, to negotiate something, to be heard, to give a speech, to do something that would negotiate, like make a big decision around this time, because you got Jupiter on your side. Now, the reason why this is really great is because on Friday, that is when the Sun sextiles Jupiter. Okay, so we got Mercury and the Sun sextiling Jupiter. Very harmonious aspect. I mean, this is like some of you could start feeling all this optimism, all this good luck. It's like, after that Saturn Kazemi, come on, this is happening right after that refresh. So I really love this. This is a really special weekend. I don't want you to sleep on. Okay, now remember what I said about a lot of family energy. Well, the moon in Scorpio, that's going to be happening on the 28th and, a few days throughout the week. But listen, that it does bring a little bit of intensity, but there a lot of emotional intensity could be communication. All right. So I really need you to communicate this week. All right. Because remember, Mercury, your ruling planet, is very active and has these really big aspects this week. Now, the reason I bring up the moon in Scorpio is because Scorpio does rule your 3rd house of communication, as well as siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and neighbors as well, and short distance travel. So you see two things that's happening here this weekend. A lot of family energy with the moon in Sagittarius this weekend. All right. Sagittarius rules your 4th house of home, foundations of your life, family, parents, children, neighbor, real estate, right? But the 3rd house being active now as well. So more family energy there, but communicate. Okay. Virgo, communicate. Make sure that you communicate. With that said, Virgo, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for February 26th to March 3rd. Again, for Virgo and Virgo rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you know your birth chart, you're absolutely welcome to. And I think that's it. Virgo, let's do it. I'm very excited to see what's going on. What was I going to say? As I said, no, I didn't say it earlier. I do a traditional call to cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Virgo, I love you. Thanks so much for being here. Listen, I'm a Virgo moon. It's so funny. It's we'll talk about that if we have time, but do you want a mic drop? Virgo, you're good. Come on. Don't play with me, Virgo. You're really good. This is really insane. This is absolutely amazing. Okay. there's different paths opening up for you. And I just want you to recognize that. Okay. Look at your spread. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's get started. You got the Five of Wands. All right. Five of Wands came up in your past, though. So that's really great. There could have been some, again, that family energy is really big. There could be some, like, not seeing eye to eye with, maybe some family members, or it could be also like your children. If you have children, they're not seeing eye to eye. But there is a sense of like, rising above that. Let's rise above that. I don't have time for that. No, I ain't got time for this. But let me not only rise above this, but bring people together. Okay. I mean, you do rule the sixth house. You're all about like service to others. So it's almost like you being in your element. It's almost like there's a little bit of noise that could have happened moving into this week, or will happen moving into this week. Just a very, very just mild, something mild, but something that is like testing you to rise above a little bit. It could be in your, you could be like over analyzing things as well. But Five of Wands is a challenge card. It is the least challenging of challenge cards. One of the reasons why I want you to just be self-aware. I want you to really communicate, and I really want you to think and put, use your analytical side as well, but don't like go in the deep end here or into the abyss, is because this is a Leo card, and Leo does rule your 12th house of the subconscious. But even still, you're coming out of it, and whatever, decisions you make, remember, it's all about service to others and making sure everyone gets along, especially if it is like, family related matters. It can be colleagues too, if you are here for work. There's work stuff happening as well. But look at this. It leads right to the Four Wands and the heart of your spread. Virgo, come on. I wish I had like a blowhorn or foghorn or whatever it is. But listen, this is the Four Wands. This is absolutely amazing. You are going through this transformative experience. There is this moment of just like celebrate. This is a card of celebration, but it really is a card of like milestones as well. And so there is something that you may be celebrating this week. Okay. Speaking of partnerships, it's like, because you have so much attention and focus on partnerships, there's something that you could have overcome. There's something that you have now seen eye to eye, if that was, a matter for you with the Five of Wands, if it did concern a partner. Again, whether work, whether friend, whether just what that one-on-one partnership, but it seems a little deeper here. This is a card where it's like, when I say milestone, big one, all right, you see them basically getting married. I mean, some of y'all may be moving into that, getting proposed to, maybe if you were going steady with someone, now you take it seriously. You're taking it to the next level. But it could also be, wands are your passions, okay, your ideas. So there could be a celebration of like something that, you had this great idea about something, and now it's like, boom, it's ready for takeoff. Okay. The other thing is that, the wands are also very, work, enterprise related as well. So something career, maybe a job promotion, maybe, you start your own business. There's a lot happening here. But I want you to be proud of this moment. This is going to be a great week for you, and it is part of your transformation. One of the reasons why is because it is an Aries card. All right. And remember what I said earlier, how the North Node moved into Aries in your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth, life cycles, things like that. Things that the Saturn Kazemi is going to happen this week. And these Kazemis, by the way, these planets are they're in the heart of the sun. And so there's that alignment. There's that, they're powerful. They're powerful. Now, you did get the Wheel of Fortune, but you got it in your challenge area. So that's why I'm saying the biggest message coming up is pay attention to these new paths that are opening up for you, and know that they are in your best interest. Okay. The other thing is, like, some of y'all may feel that like, oh, maybe like I don't feel lucky this week, or, I feel like, low energy frequencies. If you do feel that way, if you are in your headspace where you do feel that way, it really is a matter of recognizing that, okay? And if you do have to have some sort of breakdown, that's fine. Listen, you don't want to keep these emotions bottled up inside, right? So do what you need to do as long as you know it's going to lead to a breakthrough. Okay, that's the only time. All right, as long as you know it's going to serve you well. But with the Wheel of Fortune in your challenge area, it really is, again, like there could be this resistance in terms of seeing things in a different way. Like you may not want to see things in a different way, but you will. You will. So at first it could just be like, oh, nope, nope, no. But then eventually you'll be like, actually, that is a path that I that is meant for me, or that is something that, I should consider. Just keep that in mind. The other thing is actually, it just makes sense too with the Wheel of Fortune here, because the card is ruled by Jupiter. Okay. Remember, Jupiter in your ninth house, your philosophies, the way that you see things. There's also a 10, right? So 1-0 equals one new beginning. So again, pay attention to these new paths opening up for you. Now, you did get the Hierophant and Judgment. I mean, wow. You see what's in your future too. You got the Emperor. I mean, these three major arcanas are very, very powerful. Let's get to, well, they're all powerful, but come on. You got the Hierophant, okay? So again, there is this sense of spirituality, okay? The sense of spirituality in the way that you see things in your belief system. This Mercury Cazimi, it's going to be big for you. I've said it from the beginning. There is possibly going to be a way that you're going to see things differently, and I want you to. It is time to see. It's like, the smoke is cleared, all right? Because you've waved your hands, you've waved that smoke away, all right? Now you've got new ideas, you're seeing things in a different way, and it's just going to be just this great experience for you. Now, with the Hierophant, I'm doubling down here because this is a very spiritual card that brings all this wisdom, okay? Secondly, the Hierophant is Taurus. Remember, you have Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus in your ninth house of spirituality. So again, your belief system, your philosophies, even education, there is a sense of that here with like an organization that comes with a Hierophant, like community as well. But there really is, it's like, I think you're just going to be in the zone. You're going to have this almost like awakening. It's confirmed here with the Judgment card, all right? This is having that spiritual awakening. And you have the Hierophant, the connector between the divine and our physical reality. You see the two monks at his feet here, okay, spreading all that knowledge. He's got the keys. Who else wears a triple crown? Virgo, come on. You see the gray columns too. Gray in tarot is wisdom. And so this is really powerful. When I say spirituality is going to be really activated for y'all this week, it really is. And I do want you to pay attention to that. But a lot of it could center around some sort of partnership. Again, you have the 4 wands in the heart of your spread, and all this Saturn and all these planets in Pisces, for that matter, are in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So that could resonate deeply for a lot of y'all. But you do have, Judgment in the root of your spread. It seems like you are going through this moment. It seems like you are going through some big shifts in your life. It seems like you are really trusting your intuition, and I want you to, okay? This week, I definitely want you to, again, this is having that spiritual awakening. You see the archangel here blowing the trumpet, the dead arising, the dead. What color are they? They're gray. They're gray. Okay. Remember that wisdom, that inner wisdom. You're good. You're absolutely good here. Just be willing to have this. It seems like you for a lot of y'all, you will be seeking this like spiritual wisdom and seeing these new paths and wanting these new paths. This is having like that moment of like, I really, really am seeking this. I want my life to be meaningful, and I'm going to do what I can to make that happen. I absolutely love this for you. And then lastly, of course, you've got the Emperor in your future. So hello, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. This is really great, especially when you think about what's happening here. I mean, like, you have the Emperor who is Aries, right? And so they're again coming after the 4 of Wands, so you have all that Aries energy, and like I said, it's your North Node in your 8th house of transformation. So this could be a deeply transformative week for you, bringing on like Mercury Cazimi, Saturn Cazimi. I mean, like, really transformative week for you. Just be open to these new paths. Now, the Emperor, this is someone who has a lot of wisdom, okay? I mean, you even see, first of all, the symbol of Aries all over his throne, but you do see that, he is wearing a crown. There's a lot of victory, success here. Long white beard for wisdom, along with the color of his throne, the red cloak, and, that he's wearing for passion and power. He's got the world in his hand. He's got the Egyptian Ankh in his other hand, that driving life force. Like, it's like you want to feel alive. I love your spread this week, and you will. You're moving into this place of power. Okay, you're moving into this place of power that is just, again, the sense of empowerment, but in so many different ways. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, this is absolutely amazing. I really love this for you, and it seems like you are going to be a force to be reckoned with. To be honest, with the Hierophant and the Emperor, they both kind of serve as these big leaders, right? But leaders where other people are involved. Like, this is like, he's kind of like the ruler of the kingdom, right? I mean, he calls the shots. He lays down the laws. That's you being in your happy place, right, Virgo? I should know. My mom's a Virgo. My dog's a Virgo. But you're good. You're absolutely good. You're well protected, and you're good, and you're just ascending. Okay, Virgo, let's get to your staff. Virgo, wow, you're amazing. Virgo, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me. Tell me what's going on. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Oh my goodness, who are you, Virgo? Who are you? Come on, this is possibly your most significant spread that you've had. This is one where it's truly like you may feel next week, like deep down in your bones. Okay, you got the Three of Wands. Wow, another Aries card. This is actually Sun in Aries. Okay, so this is you got 3 Aries cards here, but you also got 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands going backwards. So remember, I think I said last week, I don't want you taking a step back. I want you to move forward, and you see what's happening here. So definitely be open to these new paths opening for you. But wow, 3 of Wands, this is all about that self-discovery. But not only self-discovery, but, having that confidence and that even curiosity, and even just like I want to see what's out there. I want to see what's out there for me. I want to see new things. I want to discover new things. They do say the sky is the limit, and this card is all sky. It's all sky. And so you're good. You're great. And just keep moving forward. Okay, just keep moving forward. You're going to be absolutely amazing, because you also got the Hanged Man. Come on. This is really big. You got the Hanged Man with Judgment, with the Hierophant. Okay, so when I talk about spirituality here, I mean, you are on this spiritual quest. I would not be surprised if you do like a walkabout. Listen, the Hanged Man in your external factors area, yeah. You're looking for a new perspective, and it seems like you're ready for it. This is a week where it's almost like you're preparing yourself for this really big transformative moment in your life. I mean, you have the Hanged Man here. You see, the Hanged Man, he put himself here. He put himself upside down, right? You see the halo around his head. His smile on his face. He's happy about this. And he did this because he's surrendering those things in the past that no longer serve him well, okay? No longer serve him well. He's ready for this transformation. Do you know why he's ready for this transformation? What comes after the Hanged Man? The Death card, the card of transformation, okay? So it seems like you are going to have this new perspective, okay? You're going to be seeing things in a new way. So I want you to explore these new paths that are opening up for you this week, okay? It is going to be a big time. And again, you could be something with partnerships, all right? You see your spread here, okay? Well, the Hanged Man also is attributed to Neptune, by the way. So remember, Neptune is in Pisces as well, and so that 7th house activity. Now you got the Devil. Very interesting here. All right. It is where it falls in your spread, though. It's really interesting because some of y'all don't want to let go, but then some of y'all do. All right. So some of y'all are aware of the things that may be holding you back, or, maybe part of this with the Wheel of Fortune in your challenge area, part of this, like, oh, there are new paths in front of me, but I don't know if I want to go that way. Something's holding me back. Or it just could be like you could be in a situation right now that the reason why you want these new paths is to get out of this like energy that's draining. Okay. Even possibly toxic for you. I remember explore that. Are you in a like toxic work environment? Do you have a toxic boss? Are you in a relationship where, your partner is constantly, telling you they love your hair, but then they roll their eyes like right after they say that? Hopefully that doesn't happen. But this is a card where, and because I'm bringing that up because you see the two people chained from the devil, the two people from the Lovers card here, all right? And then you see the two people here, right, in the Four of Wands in the Heart of your spread. So it does seem like it could even be like a part of a relationship that you're like, this is what's got to go, okay? This is, like the analogy I made, it could be like your partner that like, I love your hair, but then they roll their eyes. Maybe it's that rolling their eyes part that's got to go. And so you've got to be communicative this week, because then they'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't even realize I was doing that. I love you. Here, I'm buying you, Africa and Australia because I'm rich, and whatever you need. But the devil, the other reason why this is really big is because the devil is Capricorn, is attributed to Capricorn. And so major, because Capricorn rules your fifth house. Hello. So now you have all this activity that's happening in, things that have to do with family. Like the fifth house is pleasure. Okay. So recognize that. What is not bringing you pleasure? What is draining your energy from having pleasure? All right. But also maybe there's something that you're too into and you're just like, this is the thing that I know I have to let go because it's not good for me, but I'm not ready to take these new paths. So have that moment, that awareness, a word I made up, clarity and awareness. Fifth house is also like love and romance as well. So that's why partnerships may be a thing. But lastly, you got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so when I say this is a very significant, possibly your most, the Knight of Pentacles, if you remember last week's reading, and now it's coming, your final outcome. And so there is this sense of like stability that you're seeking. There is a sense of like, I really want to invest in this and I want to move forward with it and I want it to have this really long shelf life. And lastly, the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. And so again, you pulled your own card, but it can be with, it is Pentacles, right? So money and wealth. So there could be something regarding that in the long run. Like, what is it in my life that is going to bring me that, stability, support when it comes to feeling comfortable financially? But Pentacles, remember your physical reality as well. Okay. So it's your physical reality. So it can be a relationship. Just think of like what you want to invest in at this point. Okay. And what you want to put energy into, everything into. I mean, this is crazy. This is big. Honestly, you see so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got 6 major arcanas, 7 major arcanas and quirk cards. And the only like minor arcanas here are the 3 ones. 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. How crazy. You have a really significant spread. So, just focus on your passions, but also just be willing to look at these new paths that are opening up for you. So with that said, Virgo, big week ahead for you, especially with this Saturn Cazimi. So, Virgo, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. Like, this is major. I mean, 6 major arcanas, that's major. You know that. I don't even have to tell you that. This is going to be a significant week for you, and this is possibly the most significant spread that you've had. I'm gonna have to look back, but for this year for sure. Anyway, Virgo, next week I am doing March. March is a very, very different month than February. We'll talk about it. February was really intense, and one of the reasons why I'm bringing up all this Aries, the 3 Aries cards you got, is because we are moving into Aries season next week, and so you are going through a big transformation next month. So Virgo. Okay, I'm gonna go. I know. I'm gonna go. Virgo, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.